What's up, you guys? My name is Aubrey and this is my channel, and today I want to talk about stimulus packages. And in this video, I want to give you guys some much needed updates on what happened this past week regarding that $1.9 trillion stimulus package. So in this video, we'll be talking about stimulus checks, the EIDL program, the PPP, and more. So let's get started. Now that the stimulus package has officially been signed, there isn't a whole lot of new information coming out on the stimulus package on a day-to-day basis. So rather than doing daily updates, which is something I've been doing now for quite a long time, I'm going to instead start transitioning to either weekly or maybe 2 times a week updates where I will summarize a variety of different factors with the stimulus bill rather than making standalone videos about specific items in the bill. This way you guys are still updated as to what's going on with stimulus packages, but you don't necessarily have to watch a standalone video over a very minor update. With that being said though, we do have a handful of updates to discuss today. So with that, let's begin with stimulus checks. So as you guys know, stimulus checks have now been being distributed for about a week now. They started distributing last weekend and they've been being distributed ever since. People who received their payments via direct deposit are the first ones to get their stimulus check, and then paper check recipients will follow shortly after. And if you're somebody who received your last 2 stimulus checks via direct deposit, then chances are you probably already received this third one as well. One important thing that I do want to remind you guys about stimulus checks is the fact that there is still a consistent issue with people not receiving their stimulus checks. It happened with the first check, it happened with the second, and if I was a betting person, I would say it's probably going to happen with this third one as well. And it's important to understand what steps and what resources you have available to you in order to claim that third stimulus check. If you're somebody who has not received your first or second stimulus check and you believe that you were eligible for that, then make sure to claim that as a recovery rebate on your taxes. If you're somebody who does not receive this third stimulus check, and I would say right now is a bit too early to tell if you are not going to receive it or if you are going to receive it, but let's say in a month's time, everybody you know has already received their stimulus check, but for whatever reason, you have not received yours. If that is the case, then I would do a few different things. Number 1 is check the Get My Payment portal and make sure that the stimulus check was not sent to the wrong address, the wrong person, and that it's still on track. The second resource, and arguably the more valuable one, is to contact your Congress member. If you are somebody who does not receive your stimulus check, contact the local office for your representative. That is literally what their job is. And there are a number of different reports from a number of different Congress members stating that they have helped people receive their stimulus check. Basically, how this works is that the Congress member will submit a kind of ticket or an inquiry about what is going on with your stimulus check, and then typically from then on out, your stimulus check inquiry gets white glove treatment. It means that that is being prioritized because of the fact that a representative brought it to the attention of the IRS and the Department of Treasury. The last thing that I would like to mention as far as stimulus checks go is another reminder that if you're somebody who has had a child in 2021 between January 1st and present day in March of 2021, that child is eligible for the stimulus check. Unfortunately, you can't claim that now. You won't be getting a check on behalf of that child right now in present day, but next year on your taxes, you will be able to file that. Additionally, if you're somebody who is pregnant or if you're expecting to have a child in 2021, that child is also eligible for that stimulus check. So make sure to claim that, make sure to receive those funds because that is incredibly important. Same goes for adopting children, or if you're somebody who is expecting to adopt a child, the same rules apply. Next, let's talk about the Paycheck Protection Program, or the PPP. Now, I want to be honest with you, the PPP program is getting a bit on my nerves, and I'm going to tell you why. So the PPP, or the Paycheck Protection Program, was a program implemented to help keep people employed, to help pay the employees that are employed with different businesses. But because of the way that the program was structured, people who did not have employees were really disadvantaged in getting funds through this program. But just because somebody doesn't have employees doesn't mean that the business is any less legitimate than a business with 10 or 20 or 30 employees. But this still really kind of screwed over solo entrepreneurs over the last year. Well, about a month ago, it was announced that the PPP would implement a new formula that would better serve solo entrepreneurs, meaning entrepreneurs and small businesses that did not have employees. In addition to this new formula, around the exact same time, it was announced that there would be a 2-week exclusive window where only micro-sized businesses could apply for the PPP. Any mid-sized or large company was not eligible to apply for the PPP during this time. But the problem is that this 2-week exclusive window, which was basically used as a way to prioritize small businesses and solo entrepreneurs, during this 2-week small window, the new formula for the PPP was not reflected on any online application. So the government basically gives solo entrepreneurs, small business owners an exclusive 2-week window, but they annihilate half of that group of people because of the fact that applications did not reflect this newest formula change that was used to better serve solo entrepreneurs. This is extremely frustrating to me because what's the point of having an exclusive window if half of the people who are targeted with that exclusive window aren't able to apply for the PPP and utilize it in the best way possible because of the fact that the newest formula wasn't reflected on the website at that point. It is an irritating thing that has gotten under my skin over the last couple of weeks, and I had to get it off my chest because I have been thinking about it, and I do think it's just kind of ridiculous, to be honest with you. But I guess that's kind of beyond the point at this point, and really what I want to talk about in this video regarding the PPP is the fact that the PPP is set to expire very, very soon. The PPP as of now is set to expire on March 31st, and as of right now it is unclear if it's going to be extended. There has been a number of different requests to extend the PPP until the end of 2021. Additionally, there has been more funds allocated to the PPP with this newest $1.9 trillion stimulus package. So if I was a betting person, I would probably say that the PPP will be extended, but that certainly isn't a shoo-in. That certainly isn't 100% going to be what ends up happening. So with that, this is my official reminder that if you have not applied for the PPP first draw or second draw, you should do that ASAP. As of right now, you were kind of cutting it down to the wire because of the fact that it does take some time in order to be approved for PPP funds. But if you have not done that and you do qualify, I highly, highly encourage you to do it as soon as possible because the application and the program as of right now officially closes on March 31st. And lastly, let's talk about the EIDL program or the EIDL program. Now, this is something that is super exciting because I feel as though this program is finally kind of getting its act together. And I feel as though finally this program is starting to get a grip on doing what it should have been doing all along. And it finally seems as though it's a bit more organized and a bit more structured, and people are actually getting responses to the questions and inquiries that they're submitting with the SBA. And what's super cool is the fact that I've been getting so many emails, DMs, comments in the comment sections of my videos talking about people who have received the targeted EIDL cash advance application via email from the SBA. Now, you guys may remember that there is currently a $10,000 targeted EIDL cash advance that is being offered by the SBA, but this is invite only, meaning that if you do not get this email, if you do not get this invite from the SBA, then you cannot receive this $10,000 cash advance. And every single day I'm hearing from you guys that you guys are being invited to this program, which is absolutely awesome. If you guys get that email, it does not mean that you are 100% approved for the targeted EIDL cash advance, but it does mean that you meet the preliminary qualifications for it. So if you get that email and it has an @sba.gov email address, that means that it is legitimate and you should go forward and apply if you're somebody who wants that $10,000 cash advance. Alternatively is this newest $5,000 super targeted cash advance that was outlined in this $1.9 trillion stimulus package. We are still waiting to get final guidance from the SBA regarding this $5,000 super targeted cash advance, but remember, at least per the bill, if you do not qualify for that targeted cash advance, you will not qualify for this one either. And on top of that qualification that's required for that $10,000 cash advance, there are also additional requirements that you have to meet in order to get this additional $5,000 super targeted cash advance. So it's like the first cash advance was the easiest to get, the second one is harder to get, and this third one is even harder to receive. So just because you received that $10,000 cash advance, it's currently being distributed as we speak, it does not mean you will qualify for the $5,000, but you absolutely could. My guess is this will also be invite only, but we are awaiting official guidance from the SBA regarding this $5,000 super targeted EIDL cash advance. With that being said, you guys, I wanted to make this video because of the fact that even though the dust has kind of settled regarding stimulus content and the stimulus package, I do still think it's important to stay up to date as to what is going on. That way, you know what resources you have available to you, what are close to being exhausted, and which ones are expiring very soon. So this is probably going to be kind of the new format going forward with stimulus content. There just isn't enough to talk about to make a daily video regarding stimulus. So I'll be beginning to mix in some of my old content back into the day-to-day videos, and then I will be doing either weekly or every couple of days updates, giving you guys the newest update on all things stimulus. But with that being said, if you have any questions, comments, if you have anything to add, make sure to leave a comment down below. And while you guys are at it, make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell. And I will see you guys in the next video.